What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the La Liga Career Mode. It's episode number 14. There's lots to get through today, so we're going to crack straight on. We've got more games in La Liga. Well, we'll start off with Las Palmas, going for our first points of the season after our opening day loss away against Girona. There's 2 weeks to go into the window slam shut, and we still might make another signing on the back of that opening day defeat. And we'll have our first scouting updates of the season, plus the Champions League phase draw as well. Valencia back in the big time this season. So first game, Las Palmas at home, going for our first points this year. Vamos Valencia. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that loss on the opening day to Girona, but I will be worried if we lose this one. Las Palmas at home, who last season thrashed us 4-1 in the 36th game of the season as we were chasing a top 4 place. And I'll say this confidently right now, we are not going to finish top 4 again this season playing like this. This has got to improve. I know it's only match day 2, but come on. There's Kelvin. Slides through Silva. Almost with the instant leveler. Still 1-0 for now. I do think we were very lucky to finish in the top 4 last season. We shouldn't have done it really, especially after actually winning none of our last 3 games. And only picking up 1 point from possible 9, but that's going to be disallowed as it must have hit the arm of Samu. But yeah, we shouldn't really be in the Champions League. We're not really ready for it, but now we are here, and now we are seen as a top 4 team. Well, we've got to maintain it. You know, whether we've got a bit quicker than we expected or not, it doesn't matter. We're here now. We've arrived. So we've got to prove we're worth there. I don't know whether it's because the sharpness is low, because the season has just began. It takes a few games to get that up. But ultimately, too slow, no fluidity. Defending was poor again. And 1 goal in 2 games and back-to-back losses. And this might actually be 2-0 right at the end. Played inside, my word. We went too quick, we've gone too quick, we shouldn't be in the Champions League. We are not a Champions League team yet. Europa or Conference is where we should be, not the Champions League. We're getting found out. We've only played 2 games, this is pathetic. So just releasing a few players from the academy here to now look a little bit worse for wear. And I've also decided to add Ferreras to the loan list as well. Now that we've brought in Samu, he's not really going to get any game time this season, so need to see his development continue. And I'll try and get him loaned out and possibly bring him back in January, if not at the start of next season. Right, back-to-back loss to begin the campaign off, and now we're off to Madrid. Thankfully it's not Atletico the champions or Real Madrid the Copa del Rey winners, but Rayo Vallecano, as we aim to get back-to-back wins against them when we take them on away at the Estadio de Vallecas. So yeah, Vallecano away from home match day 3, where if we don't win this game, if we lose again, we're in serious trouble already 3 games in. Vamos Valencia. Us being in the Champions League is like the equivalent of me turning up to a bodybuilder convention. It's like, you know, I enjoy going to the gym. I go to the gym 5-6 times a week, really enjoy it. I've got a decent amount of muscle mass, I think, and I'm in good shape. But I'm not one of those guys, you know. I'm just going to get laughed at. We shouldn't be where we are, but we are, and we've got to do our best. As Hugo Juro gets the open, and he'll be hurt by the signing of Samu, because he had a really good second season for us last year. Really solid impact, not just with the goals but the assists as well. Brought in Samu, said this year you've lost your number 9, drop into the bench. He'll be hurt by that, but like us being in the Champions League, time to prove your worth on the pitch. I don't know if you guys are the same as me, but when it's the winter, my motivation for exercise just goes out the window, and it's not coming back until I start to see some sunlight, you know. And what it is it's not actually doing the exercise in the gym. What it is the walk to the gym, as Sanchez makes a great save, because I don't drive. And my gym's about a 15-17 minute walk away from me. Okay, granted it's not that far, but you know, when it's 9 PM and it's wet and windy and tipping it down and, you know, 2 degrees at best, I'm like, maybe I can have a resto today. My 3rd on the trot. Oh dear. But back on track, and Vallecano back on level terms. Come on, man, we need that first win, not before long. Yeah, it's a simple case of 1 season too early. I mean, if we were going to the Champions League next season, you know, we were full seasons of development here for our young talents, the signings we've made, and maybe 1 or 2 more quality players coming in as well. No one would bat an eyelid. No one would bat an eyelid about us being there. But for this season, we're clearly not ready. Never did he. Rolls it back. This could be 2-1. It should be 2-1. Vallecano being a better team out there. And they're in front. What's a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas? What is this Valencia team doing going into the Champions League. I do kind of like it though, because I have mentioned this before, like, as fun as it can be in career mode to, you know, dominate and build dynasties and whatnot, to me, the most amount of enjoyment I get playing career mode is when I'm under pressure. You know, when I'm feeling the nerves, you know, Samu somehow misses the target. That to me is when career mode is at its most fun. When I'm feeling the nerves, when I'm feeling the pressure, and when I've really got to put it out from a difficult position. And that's exactly what we're in right now. 3 straight losses to start the season off. Yep, make no mistake, the pressure is on to kick the season off as we head into our following game in an East Coast derby. And if we lose at home to our big rivals Villarreal, then no doubt about it, question marks will be asked on my future and alarm bells will start to ring. Villarreal, the Mestalla, following game. Can't lose this one. Vamos Valencia. Jolinton trying to get through and... oh, no. Sancho with the save, but a rebound turned in by Diakite. Well, we know form is so OP in career mode. When you've had a couple of losses in a row, it's really hard to bounce back. When you've had 3 or more, it's borderline impossible. And we are set for our 4th loss in a row. I thought our transfer business was, oh dear, was quite impressive, you know. I mean, I really like the signing of Samu. Club record fee, granted, but what a forward he is in this game. As Sanchez makes a brilliant save. And we'll just about stop it from becoming 2. Is that a handball? Oh, I don't think about that. But, off the line by Ariza. Yeah, I didn't have an issue with the signings, but it's just the performances. Yeah, no problem with the signings, just the... oh my God! Performances are absolutely atrocious. Ultimately, there's only one person you can blame for that, and that's me. I just haven't performed well. You know, ultimately... oh, he's on there, Silva. Man at right back kept him on, and he's not going to miss. Oh my word! You know, sometimes this is just how things go. Everything that can go wrong does go wrong. Everyone's going to have FC sessions like this, and I'm having a season like this to begin the campaign. How does last year's top scorer, Silva, not open his tally there? It just becomes 2-0. Sometimes it's just the way of the game, and you just got to put up with it. We can't put up with much longer because we've already played 4 games and we've lost them all. I'll say it again. We are not a Champions League team. So, deadline day is here, and I've just loaned out Ferreras to Rayo Vallecano for a year. Really good young striker, but he needs the game time. 4th choice striker here now that Samu has come in. So, I need to get this guy first team football. So, hopefully we'll get it there in Madrid, and we'll keep our eyes on him there for a year, and hopefully come back with a nice overall increase. And I've sold Diakabi to Real Sociedad as well. Obviously, I had 4th or maybe even 5th choice centre-half now behind Jarek as well, and out of contract come the end of the season. Just cashed in, got his salary off the books, and it means we won't lose him for a free transfer come the end of the season. But I am going to replace him with a new defender as well, because no clean sheets in our first 4 games, shipping 2 in every game. I was going to bring in Emery and Dicker from Hoffenheim, who we were planning to sign last season, but I've seen at Sevilla right now, Loic Barde is actually out of contract come the end of the season, so that's perfect, so we can get him on a cheap. He's the same overall as Ndicka, but also a year younger as well, with 89 strength and really solid defensive stats to hopefully bolster our fragile backline. Let's bring him in. Yep, considering our start to the season defensively, 8 goals conceded in our first 4 games, it's no surprise Valencia decided to invest the cash they had remaining in a new centre-half on transfer deadline day. To replace Diakabi, he's 3 years younger but 4 ratings higher, and at 26 years old right now, entering the prime of his career, this could be a bargain for just 23 and $750,000, arriving on a 5-year 40 grand a week deal. Welcome to the Mestalla, Loic Barde. Yep, don't think I've used him before. Obviously, a really decent young French talent, very tall and amazing strength, as we said before as well. There is a slight concern about the lack of pace, but when you consider the fact that Gila is absolutely rapid, I think Mario can cover for him when he's a little bit isolated and out of position. But the defensive stats are really good, and the strength is fantastic, plus the height too. And that's what we need right now, an old-school centre-half with really strong defensive capabilities. Loic is in. So we'll save the rest of the cash for next season. I see the top deals on deadline day. Look at these blockbuster moves, man. Camavinga joins RB Leipzig for 114.7 mil. What a marquee signing that is. Mac Allister is off to Atalanta for 103.3 mil. And Arteta solved his striker dilemma with Osimhen coming in for 94.9 million. Wow, and I thought our deals were massive. But anyway, deadline day over, and now we've got the draw for the Champions League phase. We'll see it in the calendar. Our 8 fixtures are going to pit us against, and I'm not feeling confident already. Celtic at home is our first one, then AEK Athens, the Greek side, coming to Mestalla. Match day 3 sees us travel to Naples, and then on match day 4 and 5, we've got 2 really good ones there. Arsenal at the Emirates, where we'll face Osimhen, and Olympiacos in Greece. Match day 6 is away in Turkey against Fenerbahce. That'll be a good affair. And in our final games, a final at home and Manchester City. Well, if we start off the way we have domestically, there's no way we're finishing top 8. Right, we need some positivity. So, youth scouts, can you provide it? Our first 3 updates of the season? Wow. That's not quite what I was hoping for. Cesar Morientes could be quite good, to be fair, but the rest, oh dear. Possibly the son of Fernando Morientes, maybe. He did play for Valencia for a few years, Morientes, but wow, okay, so from the Solomon Islands, right from the get-go, now that's what I want to see. Oh yeah, and from Kyrgyzstan as well. This is more like it. Lovely stuff. So we'll keep on scouting these guys here. His potential's not the greatest, despite the fact he's got great height, but this lad, Kolmatov, looks really, really good. And we'll keep scouting these guys for now. Right, let's jump into the following game. And after losing our first 4 in La Liga, if we go 0 from 5 to start the season off, put it this way, I might not last until our first Champions League game against Celtic. It is Osasuna away in Navarre, where again, if we don't get our first points in La Liga here, I think there's no doubt about it. Even 5 games in, any chance of finishing top 4 again will be already over. Massive game here in Pamplona. Vamos Valencia. You know, I normally say, I will play till we win. I don't think I can say that today, because otherwise we might be here for a couple of hours. But that first win is coming. That first win is coming. We were unlucky against Villarreal. We should have at least got a point. And we're going to get an opening goal here. It's coming. We haven't been as bad as those first 4 games suggested. That first win is coming, and I fancy it to come here as well. No. Come on. He's taking the lead. Don't concede straight away. Mario does well to catch up and blocks the shot and gets it away with an excellent tackle and gets back to his feet and comes out with the ball and gets a little bit lucky, to be fair. That's great defending from the new man in from Las Palmas. And that's better. You know, we've been better defensively to start this game off 24 minutes in, looking tight. And, you know, when you are struggling in life, when you've had a few hiccups, if you will, the important thing to do is take the emotion out of the situation, sit down and ask yourself, why are you struggling? Like, what are the things that you're currently underperforming in? And where are your weak spots? Where are your flaws? For us, it's clear defensively. You know, 8 goals conceded in 4 games. 2 in each of our first 4. It's not going to cut it. Got to be stronger defensively. And tonight, we're looking that way. As Jose Guy comes in, great dribble in, and he'll drop to Silva, who plays it across, and Samu, if you are alert, that's 2-0. It should have been 2-0. Look at that, much better. And this time Samu is alert. And this time we'll make it too. Much better. Take accountability. Poor defensively. Pick it up in the next one. Much better. Much better. Took accountability. Understood we weren't good enough defensively. Tonight, shut the door and got 2 courtesy of Samu. First win of the season. It was coming. Right, let's do a couple more and I'm psyched for this one as well. Our first Champions League game since the 2019-2020 season. Valencia back in the big time. And I said it earlier, I don't really think we are a Champions League team at the moment, but the league phase is not something I want to go out of and not finish in at least a play-in place. So that will be my target. Let's see if we can start off with a win on match day 1. Celtic coming to the east of Spain. Vamos Valencia. And goes, rolls it through, and Adam Ida takes his time and hits the bottom corner. And the ex-Canary is making me sing out loud, but not in tune. I don't know what on earth that means. Celtic are in front. Great win there against Osasuna. Back at the Mestalla. We're a goal down. Let's say win that. And Guerra off to Pepe Lu. Chan's with him. He's done really well there. And now Silva. And you know, this guy would love a goal. First of the season, but also for Silva, crucially, he's going to love scoring against Celtic as an ex-Rangers loanee. I always feel like, you know, when a player... Okay, when a player is playing against a team, a rival team of a team they used to play for, I think they still remember that stint and think, I've got to get a goal for my old boys, you know. And I'm sure Silva will be loving that during his time at Ibrox, of course. 1-1 back on level terms, but defensively tonight, really poor. Still time to find a winner. Celtic now is trying to hold on to the point on match day 1 as Pepe Lu finds Correa. He's got Giro in the middle, he'll find him. Hugo, great work. And Silva having his best performance this season. Shot corner, it comes against Celtic, hits the bar. And it'll be cleared by the Scots. Still tied. Can we find a winner? Let's go. Come on, 14 minutes to find a winner, which we definitely deserve. No bias, we've been the better team. Just need to take one. Late chance. Hugo Giro says, I'll hit the post instead. Second time we've hit the woodwork. Come on. How on earth have we not won this? Oh, ref! Have we not won this game? You're really going to blow for full time there. You know, there are some games where you just think, I don't think EA were going to let me win that no matter what I did. Oh, Celtic grind out a massive point. Fair play, but I don't know how on earth we haven't started off this group campaign with a win. Or league phase even. That is ridiculous. Right, let's just jump out of that and jump into the next one. It's back-to-back games without a loss, to be fair. And considering the start to the season, I guess we'll take the positives. But on the back of the draw, I want to make sure we end on a big win. Our final game today, Deportivo Alaves going for back-to-back wins domestically. Vamos Valencia. My finishing's got to improve. You know, after all the years of playing career mode, you'd think by now I'm used to seeing bizarre transfers, but there's still one or two that often catch me off guard. I mean, John Swift, at Deportivo Alaves has got to be up there as one of the strangest moves. I don't quite understand how on earth that materialised, but even so, Silva with his second in 2 and his first in the league. Valencia in front early. Come on, back on track here, back to form. Loic Bardet is looking really good too. I mean, having said that, we are now seeing more and more British players decide to go abroad, which is fantastic because, you know, back when I was a kid, British players just very rarely moved away from the UK, but now we are seeing it more frequently. And you look at Ollie McBurney, for example, who's now at Las Palmas. It's not as uncommon as it used to be. As Ansu Fati gets away, and Silva. Great hold up, brilliant work, excellent hold up, brilliant finish by Bernabé, 2-0 Valencia. I said our finishing needed to improve, and it did. 2 goals in the first half, giving us 2-0 wins 2 times in a row. And I don't want to jinx it, but after no losses in our last 3 games and taking accountability after a tough start, possibly Valencia's season can finally now start. But that'll do it for today's episode of the La Liga Career Mode, guys. Big thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, if you had, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one with match days 2, 3, and possibly 4 in the Champions League, and more big games in La Liga as well, aiming to get our season back on track very soon.